Should you get this? The Otterbox Symmetry? No. I'm testing 50 cases to find the best 5. This is review number 24 out of 50. Because I'm a reviewer, not an influencer, for the iPhone 17s, my scoring system is based on what the iPhone actually feels when it hits the ground on its corner, on its face, as well as on its camera lump. Each case gets dropped 30 times. So when I say it's terrible, it's because I've got the data to back it up. Now, I used to really like the Otterbox Symmetry, not anymore. Symmetry used to be a unique blend of polycarbonate as well as TPU. The current design is exactly like all the other clear cases out on the market, except for the price. Otterbox charges you way more. This case has a TPU edge as well as a polycarbonate back. One of the neat things about this case is that the TPE edge extends past the polycarbonate back, so it doesn't need any little feet on the bottom to prevent the back from being scratched. Now, this case looks like it's missing something. It's missing the lower MagSafe array. In fact, the Defender, which was the last case I reviewed, is also missing that lower MagSafe array. Nice, Otterbox! When it comes to weight, this thing's going to add 37 grams to your iPhone. Overall bulk at its thickest is only increase it by 49%. This is a tiny case. I will give it to Otterbox, they did make a very tiny case. Now, the grip on this product is lackluster. It does have a TPU edge, but the finish on the TPU is extremely slick. Way too slick for my liking. The only good thing about the design of this product are the actual buttons. They work really well. They flow through, even though they are clear, but they work so well. There is a camera control button, and unlike the Defender, you have to push the button in order to access the camera control button on your iPhone. On the Defender, if you push around it, the button goes off. Port cutout is smaller than average, so you can't use certain cables with it, and the bottom is quite sharp, so if you're pinky propping it up like this when you hold your iPhone, it's going to be uncomfortable after a while. Screen access is decent as the edges are very low throughout the entire face of the iPhone. And when it comes to MagSafe, this thing is terrible. It doesn't actually register on my force meter. My force meter takes 5 newtons to register. To pull things off is less than 5 newtons. And to push things off is 6.5 newtons. That is 50% below average. Remember, there's no MagSafe magnets here? It means if you're using MagSafe wallets, they rotate incredibly easily. Like a slight bump in a parking lot is going to dislodge it from a car mount. Using a MagSafe battery bank is borderline impossible. I don't know what Otterbox is thinking. Now, the corners on this case, they sit around 1.7 mils, which is quite thin. The back is also 1.7 mils. I do pay attention to build quality on iPhone cases, and the seams on the corners of the Symmetry are very noticeable. These are all the clear cases I've reviewed so far, and none of them have that issue. When it comes to back rigidity, because of the lack of reinforcement of the camera lump, it only takes 17 newtons to bend at 8 mils. That's 41% below average. Now, when it comes to camera drops, it only registered 8.4, capital G's on my iPhone. That's 20% better than average. Yes! But the rotation rate after the corner drop, that was higher by 27%, and the settling rate was very average as well. But because the initial impact was that much lower, the total force was 20% lower. Now, this is going to run contrary to my previous attitudes about this case. These are really good drop numbers, but they have to be, because if you're using a MagSafe grip with this product, you're going to be dropping your iPhone all the time. Now, when it comes to face first drops, this thing fails. And it really shouldn't, because to pop the case corners off the corner of the iPhone is 50% higher than all the other cases. But when that happens, the top lip is thinned out for whatever reason, and this part has a lot of give. So in a perfectly flat first fall, this case fails. Like, why? Now, protection around the camera lip is basically a big piece of polycarbonate. So when that happens, the initial impact is very average. The settling rate is 11% better, and the total force is, oh, wrong marker color, it is 11% higher. So corner drops are decent, face first drops fail, corner lump drops, this is kind of like average. So would I get this case if I was a reviewer? It's a hard no. Not even if it was on sale, not even if it was free. There are better performing clear cases at 1/3 of the cost. Out of the 24 cases I reviewed, this is one of the worst that I've tested so far. I'm on a mission to figure out what the best iPhone cases are so that you guys don't waste your money on stuff like this, oh, so terrible. If you haven't subscribed yet, you have to, because the moment that I'm done reviewing this, I'm going to post it so that, you know, I feed the algorithm. Thanks for watching.